Now, because we're going to file this to its correct shape, it'll be a lot easier if we can punch that other piece out of the center there. So we'll use the 5/32 punch again. Once again, aligning it in the center of the hole. Not easy to see, but it's in the center. So we'll punch that, remove the spring, and there you can see, well, you can now, that will now be a lot easier to file out. Now, because this is a spring, we need to anneal, in other words, remove the tension out of it and make it soft so that we can file that hole correctly, and then when we finish filing it flat, we'll then draw file it, but first we'll anneal it. Hold the spring about 1/2 inch below the top hole that you punched with flat jawed pliers so you don't mark the spring. It's heating up now. Nice cherry red. We'll let that cool, and we should be right to go on to the next step, which is filing. First we'll file the ends flat. Because this is now annealed, it's soft, you can bend the ends up slightly to get a better angle on the file. Slowly moving in one direction. We'll start to take the rough bits off the end of the spring. Keeping it smooth and round. You can feel the file cutting into the metal as we round it off. We'll check with the end we cut off in a moment. We'll do it by eye initially. See how we go. It's coming down all right. Look at the one that we took off, the end we cut off. Line them up, and it's pretty close. There's a tiny little bit on that end that we'll remove. Back on top of the vise, we'll take that high point off and round it off onto the edge. Now we'll turn it upside down, look at it from the other angle, and clean up any bits that don't look quite right. Tiny little lip there, we'll very carefully remove that. Okay. That gives us the end piece all right. Now we file the centerpiece out. set it up in a vise. Do it this way, it'll be easier. Up a tiny little bit so we can get at it. There we go. Now, turn round. Now, keeping the file flat, we'll start to remove those high points. Working slowly in one direction. It'll take some time. It's a very fine file. We've got a bit of metal to remove. Smooth, steady strokes in one direction. I'll finish the rest of this off camera, then I'll come back and I'll show you the final product. Okay, we're back now. I'll put that to get it level. Put the spring back into the vise. We'll use a rat tail file to draw file the hole that we've made. You need to draw file this so as to remove any tears or snags along the length of the hole, because if we don't, any imperfections are likely to cause problems once the spring is reinstalled. Coming along. Now I'll put this piece in. Smooth that corner off a little bit, and we can draw file it. That's the original hole on the spring, and that's the new one that we've cut. That'll fit nicely into the barrel.